also pretty good. And if he can't play Oracle to the highest potential, then I think Vengeful Spirit's a very good consideration. Other heroes that we see a lot are SD.
Yep, Shadow Demon. I really thought SD was going to be picked up a hell of a lot more in the game so far, but right now, like, I know we're only like 2 series in,
compLexity.
and this guy will get to appear again. He was actually appearing in the eHome game.
There's been a lot of counter rumors. I think Ogre is one of those like counter rumors, like, okay, Earth Spirit, what are you gonna do to me? Like normally Earth Spirit, you see like an AA, you're like, oh, run away, don't shatter me, please. But Ogre's like, you laugh it off.
Yeah. I have a little concern though, because Ogre Magi isn't a guaranteed stunner for the Mirana, but Escape also proved during the last game they don't always want that. Like they just rely on YapzOr to get good prediction, or Mirana is going to be a core anyway.
Or just take it away from compLexity, because I think compLexity play like it's much more crucial to their lineup than Escape.
The Dazzle pickup from compLexity, so more survivability kicking in. A lot of heal combining the Juggernaut and the Dazzle together.
I think that's like Escape's lineup in game number 1.
Yeah, this is pretty much it. The only thing we're missing right now is a Lone Druid. Oh, you mean the one from 1?
Yeah, they just had the ES and Bat, I believe. Anyways, let's see. I still think Ogre is YapzOr's hero. He plays more the roamer. And Synderen plays the stable, steady support.
Oh, and we get Kazu's Beastmaster. The question is just where the Mirana ends up, because if the Mirana ends up being a
that's true.
a support, then it should be Synderen on the Ogre.
Well, we don't have that many Koikva heroes left, which is why I think it might be Koikva's, but we haven't seen him play Mirana.
And again, like with compLexity's draft, they leave them completely unknown to the end when it's Escape who have to pick their 5th hero first. So again, you're blind picking into the mid lane of Koikva.
Alk. I think I like Alk a lot for Escape.
Alk would be difficult to shut down for compLexity, because like, what are you going to do?
You can't. That's the thing.
You could potentially roam and gank him early on with the Earth Spirit.
An Ogre.
Good point.
Ogre babysit is good.
And everyone will take an Axe upgrade from that Alchemist.
Maybe that's why they picked Ogre. Want to throw some 4x. 4x.
Yeah, that's a wonderful brand.
Oh,
there it goes.
Okay.
There it goes.
So what's left for Koikva?
It's like racking the bottom of the pool.
Dang.
He could still play the Mirana though. And we just get ourselves another hero up for YapzOr. A good roamer.
It just doesn't. I don't know. I don't know if that's
you want something more, right?
Ooh, Huskar Band. That is covering their bases. But sooner or later, you know, it's always that brood effect too. It's like, oh, you forgot about it, and now we're gonna bring it back and make it lurk in the back of your mind.
compLexity. Pick a brood up against an Ogre. You'll have a great time.
10 seconds remaining.
Actually, Escape.
Or either looking at YapzOr's hero or Koikva's hero. Seems to be more likely to be Koikva's hero, but who knows what Synderen has up his sleeve.
Yeah, it's like, do you want to go back down to the Queen of Pain again, like you played before?
I think they need more instant disable for Juggernaut, though. I guess that's not really their role that they're looking for.
Could they just try and survive through it? Like, what if you get something more like, I don't want to say Death Prophet, but
Lion, I think,
10
be okay.
seconds remaining.
Lion's like pretty safe, stable, very low cast point, good setup for the arrow.
Okay, they are actually going to do it. They're going to do the Queen of Pain again.
All right.
So it's a roaming Mirana of YapzOr once again.
They have a lot of faith with this Queen.
They really do, but we have to look at like a different timing. This is a game where Queen of Pain's played without the Beastmaster in it. But then again, you're up against Lasso, right? So you might still be thinking... It's just the Lincolns and Orchid co-op in the last game. We never really felt her moving across the map and being aggressive. Like, the most we felt from the Queen of Pain was a good Sonic Wave after a fight was already lost.
They had an AA as one of their supports, though. I think with the Ogre Mirana, I think it looks like Sin's, I guess, playing the Ogre this game.
Yeah,
so
should be.
And I think that just lends a lot more aggression overall, because you don't have to wait for level 6. Level 1, boom, you have this hero that can move around. And they had that in the Earth Spirit, I think, in the other game, but this game they have 2 supports that can roam.
Makes for a little more of a... Actually, even with Ogre, Mirana, Beastmaster, Slark, yeah. You're gonna get a lot of space.
So what do we like versus the Queen up in the middle lane?
You're not really looking for anything that's going to synergize with the Dazzle and the Earth Spirit, right? Who's
Death Prophet?
Yeah, Death Prophet's like the only thing that's coming to mind, because at least gives them some push power as well.
Yeah.
Like right now, Juggernaut's the only strong pusher.
They also just need a strong laner too. Like Queen plus 2 roamers is...
You're just trying to survive with something more like a Viper, for example? Not a bad hero up against Queen of Pain?
They haven't turned to that in a very long time.
Oh, okay, so Weaver. Which lane does he end up in then, though? Like, do you push the Jugger?
Yeah, I think you push the Jug to the mid lane and try and make it as much of a wash as you can. Sierra coming, spin, just run away, no problem.
Well, it's obvious for Escape. Everyone's exactly who we thought they're going to be on. The Absol roaming, the Slark for Era, Syndra and Ogre, Keizu Beastmaster, Queen of Pain Koitfa. Complexity actually haven't chosen any of their heroes just yet.
They have to protect Batrider. Batrider is going to struggle yet again. It's a rematch of game number 1. The Slark and the Beastmaster.
You just put the Batrider in the jungle straight off.
I'm talking about the mid game, the early mid.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Okay, if you let him just farm his Blink Dagger and then he doesn't do anything with it because of the lineup, then you have wasted a Batrider pick, as well as devoting a lot of farm to a hero that can't do that much impact. I think the Batrider's job more so this game is to keep those heroes under farm. Like, make them go for the subpar items like Lincolns or whatnot that is very good versus the Batrider, but maybe not so good versus the rest of the lineup. Okay, let's do this.
Well, they've smoked once already, so this could already count as a smoke gang kill. Might do our predictions in a bit, as nope, it's just movement for wards, that's all. So smoke gang kills before the end of the game. I said the end of the game, that's even like 15 minutes. That's...
9 to 12 maybe?
Actually,
there was 5, I think, prior to 25 in the other game.
Yeah, I think 9 to 12. This game's going to go on for a while with just a lot of brawling.
Total number of deaths
by 25.
I put 16 to 25.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Play with the highest total magical or pure damage done to heroes by 10 minutes.
Ooh, that's tough.
Wow.
Juggernaut? Oh, Queen, sorry. Choice.
And the highest amount of physical damage a hero will do to another in one hit.
They do have crit this time, so I'm going with 501 to 750. Wait, is that before or after mitigation?
Don't ask me. It doesn't really explain that.
I'm going to assume it's before or after mitigation goes 0-500, because I don't know which one it is.
You know, just to be different, I'm going to keep mine over 500 just to see what happens, and believe in the Jugger.
If only it did just highest amount of things in one hit. I was like, maybe multicast, because it's not one instance, but
that would be pretty awesome.
Show off those immortals, Cinderin.
Love it. Love it. Easiest one to get ever. Good reward early on, that we were showing. Complexity, we weren't talking about it, but Complexity were able to get rid of that very deep Observer ward. So as Escape trying to keep tabs on what Complexity's doing inside their jungle. Not able to do so. The Observer ward then gets placed down by Complexity, watching the mid lane. So they'll understand when Koitfa's got help, and at least watch the rotation of Yapsaw if he wants to move between the mid and the top lane. And Complexity are actually going for dual lanes. So they're running a Chessie, Weaver and a Hunsker Dazzle dual off lane against the safe lane Era, as well as
that's pretty good.
As well as Ogre, the double melee.
This decision because it forces one of the roamer supports to sit in this sit in the bottom lane, because Slark cannot farm versus that lineup at all. Versus that lane. But it could be easily punished if both of the roamers go down to the bottom lane. And this chicken is taking the super long way around.
Yeah, it's because Yapsaw was visible. Yapsaw was visible to the tier 2 tower. He goes up, he arrows one of the Dark Trolls, and then just roams over again. So he's just arrowing to get his first couple, like, he gets level 2 by 1 minute because he just arrows 2 creeps.
This can slow down the Slark, or the Batman.
Okay, Swindles. For some reason, he can see Dota TV chat. Small things. Alright, so this bottom lane, let's actually have a look at this.
What an honorable man.
Hmm?
What an honorable man.
What?
I don't know. What if you see Dota TV chat and you're like, don't say anything about it? You're like, oh, I can see when they're doing Roshan.
I think Dota TV chat would tilt him more than would help him.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Like if it's just sitting there, like just spamming, drop yours, like he'll be out.
That's only if they know that he sees it.
Oh, yeah, very true. They definitely know now. But he's back to normal, hopefully.
You sound like you're well versed in the arts of trolling.
No, not at all. I'm a very nice guy. What are you talking about, Melini?
Yeah, okay, Toby.
Okay, so with Chessie on this lane, you got one sentry ward down from Cinder, and do you get concerned if you're Chessie? Like, is Ogre as well as Slark enough of a threat? You should be careful with your Shikuchi.
Not really. Not when you have a Dazzle. You just Shikuchi, and if you really get scared, you go in the middle of creeps, and you have two melee heroes who have to deal with a heal bomb. They have a lot of armor on the Ogre. Eight armor, to be exact.
He's a little tanky. Gonna combine the best of both worlds. Just have a love child of Ogre as well as Jakiro. All the strength, all the armor, all the support.
Remember when the Ogre Jakiro lane was around?
That was good times.
The two-headed dragon lane.
Top lane, initiation over on Keizu. Z-Freak bolted himself forward, got the stun off, but now Keizu, the arrow's going to fly in, but complexity already split. Swindles knew they had the kill anyway, thanks to Firefly and Yapsor. He'll have to leap himself out to safety. Not get there in time to help out his teammate. That's first blood going the way of complexity.
Let's start for Swindles. Very important. And I'm glad to see that both teams have gone with a hero that didn't work out so well for them. Game number 2, Swindles, not a great performance on Batrider. Game number 1, Quakeba, not the best performance on the Queen of Pain. He didn't die that much, but still like not really impactful in game winning. And we see a rematch. Game number 3.
Chance to prove the critics wrong.
Yeah. Why would they pick this hero? And I'm still wondering that question. Actually, Batrider not so much. More so the Queen. Because Queen is just not very popular nowadays.
Yeah. And up against the Juggernaut, like, she came close, doing a little bit of extra damage. The Limp bringing close up, like, for a potential, like, blink scream kill. But then Limp just triggers healing ward. There's no way, really, unless the Quaver wants to blink forward and kill off the healing ward, then he's in range of spin.
That's how I know you've been using the word trigger too much. I'm going to use triggered healing ward instead of cast or uses.
I don't use triggered at all! I didn't even think I said that word. Okay, cool, great.
I know what gets you upset.
Yeah, just everyone who keeps using the word grill. Chessie jump himself into Cinderin, and they do have one answer to the Ogre's high armor, and that's the fact you're going to have the Swarm available too. And in fact, here it is. So Cinderin, watch him start to drop. Hanskin with the poison touch. They slow him down. Z-Freak gets the kick, and Cinderin might have a lot of armor, might have a thick skin, but it's still not going to save him. Pick off.
Radiant's middle tower.
That's now 2 kills going the way of complexity. And Swindles arrives at the top lane just in time for a creep wave and a half for him to farm that up as well. So, really good movement coming out from complexity. They're getting a lot out of every lane. Juggernaut's got high CS. Chesty managed to pick up some really good CS as well.
I do like that Swindles did not go for the Iron Talon this game. I think it's a little bit different because he's in a safe lane this time, but still I think there is a tendency for him to be like, screw this lane, I'm going where someplace where I won't get outplayed.
Yapsol. It's arrow available. Z-Freak's gonna jump in. He'll get the kick off. Keizu low. Stick charge will let him survive a little bit longer. In comes that Starfall. The extra star doesn't fall on Swindle's head, however, which means he may not. Will he go? Yeah, he does go down. Yapsol able to hit that last arrow in. Z-Freak unable to save his teammate. But you still had Slark down the bottom, Beastmaster up on the top, and the Batrider joined him.
A nice kill for them, and Batrider's quite poor, despite his early kill. He has bought a lot of small items, though. The Mango in the lane. The ROB is an interesting touch. I guess safe lane, maybe he thinks that he can push a tower a lot, but I think that Sage Mask slows you down a lot. Most of the time when you want mana regen nowadays, you go for the raindrops.
Also good protection. For now, Chessie and Hanskin. Okay, let's put it aside. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with Era, but it's Limp, Sonic Wave. It connects in the mid. Koifa just started off with a little bit of that chip damage, and then the Sonic Wave finished the job underneath
Dire's
the Tier
middle
1
tower
tower.
is under attack.
So a solo kill on the Juggernaut. This is the kind of thing which, if you're complexity, you get really scared about, because that's momentum for a Queen of Pain and Z-Freak. He came down for the rune. The arrow's going to connect from Yapzor, and that is a guaranteed kill. A second kill for Koifa. Instantly goes back to base, and Chessy's initiated on the bottom lane too. They push up on Era. Chessy will be able to Kuchi himself down. They're trying to get rid of the bugs. Now, under the cover of Moonlight Shadow, there's no follow-up here from the rest of Complexity rotation, aka Dazzle.
It's an interesting change to the Queen of Pain build too, which allows her to be this strong at level 7. With the 114, one build, as opposed to the 213. Oh, swindles.
Yeah,
oh, no.
With that wingspan, he managed to get clipped by an arrow.
Iron Talon time.
Please no, please no. Fires up a magic wand instead.
He's thinking about it. You can tell.
Man, that complexity start now starts to like dwindle. They had a 1.5k net worth advantage like early on, pretty damn good, and they lose it. They lose all of it, in fact. Now Escape are leading in gold, they're leading in experience. The kills been chasing up after Koifa, but he's got enough space. The silence won't last.
I don't know. I don't think they get that kill even if the boulder hits, or because he couldn't Omni because he had already Blade Fury. I think like maybe you go for the low probability Omni Slash, not bouncing that many creeps.
Perfect arrow from Yapzor. Like Koifa blinks in, but Z-Freak never even changed his path. Like he just kept running and perfectly into the arms of a waiting, a loving arrow.
I'm starting to wonder about Swindle's bat. I had a discussion earlier, like Swindle's bat, we see it again, Queen of Pain off to a very good start, but Bat Rider, safe lane, early kill in the lane due to 2 heroes roaming, and then this happens for him. And this is before the heroes that are actually big problems for him, like the Slark, start coming into play. So I'm worried about his Blink Dagger timing, I'm worried about him not getting turned in the fights, but I'll probably be up in a couple of minutes, and I'm also starting to worry a little about this offlane for them.
Well, they're having a crack here on bottom lane. It's a little bit of a chip, but Era gets back as the top lane where things are brewing. The roar out from Keizu, looking towards Swindles. Yapzor wants to rotate over. Z-Freak is just trying to body block it so the arrow can't connect. Unfortunately for Z-Freak, he's already lost his teammate because Koifa rotated over. Yapzor's on the run. Z-Freak has perfect vision, so Yapzor, all he really wants is Starfall, bait him with the arrow. He can't leap forward. Now the arrow will fly in. Z-Freak, he was running the tree line. There was nowhere to go. The Starfall will find the kill. That's Yapzor's second kill of the game so far.
That was a sick play by Yapzor. Oh, it was very nice by Z-Freak too. Z-Freak was actually the one that stopped the arrow from coming out onto the Swindles when the roar came out, because it looked like the roar was kind of by itself, but it was a Mirana trying to come in from the side. Z-Freak stopped it, and Yapzor with a lot of just canceling of the Sacred Arrow, or just stopping, making it look like he was going to cast the arrow, forces the Z-Freak to attempt to dodge the arrow that wasn't even there, and then hits him where he can't dodge.
Oh, Era, they're jumping in on him. He's still got shit that's available. Cinder is just bailing out, but the Flame Break will cancel his TP. He doesn't have mana to do anything else apart from run and die. Era will also die underneath the Tier 1. Unable to TP out in time.
Nice rotation coming out from Swindle Melons. Top lane is just not working out for him. He comes down to the bottom lane, stops the TP, and the Slark can't Shadow Dance TP because he has to worry about the Flame Break from this additional threat in the Bat Rider. So that is exactly what complexity needed. 2 kills and a tower to their name.
But in the meantime, you've still got Escape building up pretty big. That Queen of Pain sitting about 600 net worth in front of the Weaver. I want to see the timing on the Orchid for Koifa. Like, he's finished up his first Oblivion stuff. But to see if Chessie is able to finish up the Lincoln Sphere before the damage can start to be done by that Queen of Pain. And even once he's got the Lincoln Sphere, there's a lot of other targets to hunt with an Orchid.
They need the Slark to get more items though, because he needs to be the one. I guess him and Beastmaster need to be the ones to scout for the Queen of Pain, because Queen of Pain with Orchid, very squishy. Lasso or even Earth Spirit combo.
Didn't realize actually how hard Era's life has been. He's sitting at 2.8k net worth. Like, Like when your Mirana has 500 more net worth than your safe lane Slark, you know something's a problem.
It was that one rotation by Swindles that just put him in the gutter. He was doing okay because he was like level 7 when the Weaver was level 5, but now his level advantage has gone away and he has to farm way far out with no protection. So they are going to smoke up, but we do not yet have the Blink or the Bat Rider, but they're anticipating a gank. Radiant has used skin. Will they walk into it? Hand skin.
They're just on the edge. They're going in for Roshan, actually. They're not even looking for a gank. They're actually just slipping in with a double damage rune on the Juggernaut to bring down Roshan. This is around the same time as Escape were looking to gank inside the Dire jungle. They went for that old tried and true combo of Yaptor and KZ together, looking through the Dire jungle. No one is there. They realize something's up, but it's already too late. Complexity, you have Roshan.
They have no idea. There's like, they just expect a game coming along, and that will be the last 200 gold for Swindles' Blink if he decides to go for the Blink Dagger. But that was very timely DD, and one of the big strengths of Weaver, the Swarm, is a really good Roshan tank.
Now Complexity, with a little bit of extra life up their sleeve. Do give it over to Limb, so they're expecting Limb to have a little bit more trouble. There is that Blink Dagger up for Swindles. Have they got another smoke available?
So well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Try and find an opening. Very difficult when you've got Hawks flying across the map, and you know Escape has been through your jungle.
So let's see, will they get whiff? They got a whiff with the Blink Dagger. They see it.
Yep.
So this is why you just generally smoke every time with the Blink Dagger first, and now they can aptly prepare for it.
Arrow a little bit off target there from Yapsor. It was only going to like slow down Limp. It was not going to do anything more. It's just because he's got the mana to use it.
Swindle's looking for a kill.
And he's going to find one too. Keizu nearby, the ball causing a couple of problems. Okay, Swindles. Swindles. Arrow is here. The counter as he said against the Bat Rider is always going to be the Slark, but when Cinderace comes in to help, the icing on the cake, Swindle's going YOLO with no friends. And now bottom lane. Either way, he'll blink out. What was he trying there?
He wanted the boar.
Okay. Unfortunately, Borp was blinked out.
I don't have a better explanation. Okay.
Okay. I shall ask no more then.
There's always a reason of Swindle's bad, but that's not an appropriate reason.
that is not an appropriate risk. Top lane, good rotation in from behind now. Era as well as Yapsor. The Hawk is doing all the work for him. They perfectly see where Complexity are. So Era, he actually just focuses on Hunskin. Like, they don't care about Chester. They want the guaranteed kill. With the arrow, they save it so there's no Shallow Grave TP out. That's actually real chaining of stunning there too, realizing the fact that Synderen used his stun to initiate, then they hold the arrow.
Really nice use of the Hawks by the Beastmaster. It really led to like Swindles dying there because like normally the Beastmaster would be right-clicking those creeps along with the boar, and then you just get lassoed and pulled in.
Chessie? Okay.
Oh, it's really close.
That's the good thing Weaver doesn't have a tail. That was really close. Era has to Shadow Dance. And he just instantly starts the TP. Shikuchi through, not enough damage, and he'll be back home.
That's the second time Swindles actually like died in that position too. Even in game number 1 when he was, or game number 2 when he was Beastmaster and kind of like
fifth death. Swindles! I actually thought he was going to increase the stun duration by 3 seconds by blinking into a longer arrow, but he'll dodge it.
Give him more credit than that, Toby.
Swindles is a great player. Alright, Keizu backing up, Necro Books, they're going to boulder forward. As Yapsor in the neighborhood, on his side, shed out, and Synderen going to tank through most of it. And, well, he's actually waddling himself out of here with a roar on Z-Briggs. Z-Briggs in trouble, he's going to drop on down. Oh, Willie, the Shallow Grave is there, it buys him the time, and it's actually 2 heroes lost from Escape. So just like game number 1, around the 15-minute mark, Complexity find themselves with a favorable fight.
And another few minutes for Quakeva. This is very reminiscent of what happened before. Like they lost a big fight without Quakeva there. Last time it was around the bottom Radiant T2. That wasn't like a huge fight, but it's still pretty big. You lose your Necro Book, you waste the cooldown on the Roar, and they just need more time. The Slark needs a few minutes for his Shadow Blade. the co-op needs a few more minutes for her Orchid, and just everyone's not on the same page. And Queen of Pain wasn't there to fight, but she shouldn't have been there to begin with.
It's almost like an unwilling fight the Complexity were able to force before the timing of Escape's items.
Yeah, and they have the H's on the Juggernaut. You don't want to fight into that.
Yep.
All you need to do is just wait 1 more minute.
Yep. Delay, run away, that was all.
And now
Syndra did try and throw himself on his sword for his team.
Dire's
Like, it was just like,
bottom tower
stun,
is under attack.
bloodlust, everybody please attack me. But Complexity did the right thing, they moved on. Like, they didn't stick around saying, okay, let's just make sure we kill Syndra.
the scan has come out. They do not see any heroes behind Chessie, but that was a questionable scan.
Wondering if Complexity going to ping Coit for in a moment. He showed himself on the lane with the Orchid.
Oh yeah, they know.
They know? Okay.
It's also just been that long.
That time.
Also, Complexity set up wards really deep into the Radiant side, so like they can be looking to like a smoke gank while someone's farming that big camp into that T1 tower. So, and those 2 deaths cost Escape a lot of ground. And Limp is, how's he doing on his item progression?
All right.
Okay,
He's got the Asher.
he doesn't have Battle Fury though, so like it's very difficult for him to farm the stack.
I'm wondering too if he completes the Battle Fury. Like when you've already picked up the Yasha, Aquila, and Phase Boots, do you want to go back for it?
First. Oh, the inefficiency.
Are you tricking?
There's 2 auras. It's an armor aura and HP aura, both of which severely slow down your time.
He's found an opening, but he wants to go on Z-Freak. He's the one that will probably screw around with a guaranteed kill with the Orchid. There she blows, blinks forward, Sonic Wave, he's going to let it rip too, and Z-Freak, he should pop in the tree lines. Or will he? The Orchid wasn't enough, the Shadow Strike is working its way through it, while a lasso of Swindles holds Keizu in position, and he will burn down inside the Firefly. Z-Freak survives to fight another day. Trade-off will be the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Catapult's still there, so Era needs to stick around for just a little bit longer to ensure the last hit to the tower. So they lose the Beastmaster once again. But there are trade-offs on the map.
Her Spirit just very tanky. Even the Tranquil boost for the extra added armor, a lot of strength coming up from the Urn and Magic Wand, paying dividends there as he survives the Queen of Pain burst. And I think he actually maybe could have killed the Weaver, but he'd have to. Oh yeah, never mind. The link is though.
Yeah. Now that that is done, there's no more chance to go on a Weaver. He has to focus on everybody else. Arrow from Yamsor will at least keep Complexity away from him.
Oh, she almost has the X, so I was a little bit worried because the Queen of Pain like hasn't had that much impact. So, like you didn't get the kill with the Orchid there. Yeah. The Slark was underfarmed at some point, but if you have Mirana X, fine. Yamsor's been spending so much of his time, like after he got those first 2 kills, he's just roaming around at Arrow every camp he goes past. And he's always picking up money. He just needs 1 more, and then that's an 18-minute axe coming out from a support Mirana. Dang, that's really good. Now,
what was his timing in the first game? Because it was pretty damn quick in the first game as well.
No, it's game number 2.
Sorry, game number 2, yeah.
I don't remember, but that one they had a lone druid, and they had Roche and a lot more towers.
Yeah.
So this game, they don't have Roche, and they're still a T1 up. So this one is, I think, slightly better, even if it were even timing.
Well, Slark's found his timing too. He's working into that Echo, but it's the Shadow Blade already up from Era. So with Ags, Orchid, Shadow Blade, Koifa's got 2.7k gold as well over on the Queen of Pain.
Dire's bottom tower is under
They got a lot of money to roll with here. Escape. Overall, it's still only like a 1600 advantage. It's just the critical items have arrived at the right time. But Force Up is now done for the Batrider, so Swindles hit that perfect timing for the Batrider. This is not a good trade that Complexity are going for. This tower is not that important. They already have wards to see into it. They already have control of that, and mostly they're conceding. They already conceded a T1 on bottom, and it looks like they might even give us this T2. They may lose Swindles too. The Observer will saw Swindles moving over, so they use Moonlight Shadow just to roam in. There's your roll. Remember with the Aghanims, that's a lot of damage with Starfall. And they're going to TP out, so they get the kill on Swindles and the tier 2 tower as well. Yeah, that's so more so the Roshan implication. You're Dire. You are playing up against a Beastmaster, a Slark. Like these heroes have pretty good vision around the map, and so you need the objectives to hold that area. And I think with that, they lose so much ground. Han's going to have to Shallow Grave. Era's got no stun available. Going to shift a little bit of essence, but that's all. Now it's a 22-minute, as Nox has now given us. So it was a 22-minute Aghanim Scepter in game number 2.
Okay, so
And that was with the advantages you're talking about. So he's
4 minutes earlier in this game.
Yeah, with less to work with. Chessie, whoa, hello, jumping in through the rear. Synderen actually started with the Ignite instead of going for the stun.
He needed a
Dire's
pop
middle
Lincoln.
tower is under
Yeah.
attack.
Or wanted to, I believe.
Well, now the Lincoln's just going to get triggered, and the stun with the Sonic Wave finds the kill. Swindle jumps in, but it's already a little bit too late with this lasso. He controls Coin for a little bit longer. Synderen, he's negative 14, negative 16 on the armor, thanks to the Scarab Beetles going to work. So it'll end up being a trade-off. Keep running out. Era is just bailing. Yamsil's underneath an observer ward. They can see him, and Zefreak's going to boulder forward, gets the perfect kick, and the follow-up silence, so no leap away from Yapsil. Now he can do it up to the hillside, but attempt at a very optimistic TP. Not going to work as Era pounces, waist behind the fountain, even consumes the fountain to help kill up Arms with the help of Koitva. They find the kill. Find another one too. Man, this just kills all over the map. Say goodbye to Zefreak. Keizu putting his Blink Dagger Raw Necros to work. He threw the Necros up, so if Swindles really has thought to go for this, he'll need help. The Flame Break's too far away. Chessie was there to help. And they die a scan on the right spot, but he's already gone.
Swindle's bat.
How hard it is to keep an observer on the field. Okay, that's not where Synderen wanted to put that sentry. Are these, they're going to realize when Era is pinging out saying he's visible on the side. So they know there's going to be a lane ward. There it is. I don't know if you can really get away with these kind of wards anymore. Not when, obviously, Sly's going to start pinging this stuff out.
And Roshan is up.
Is it that time?
It is time. Both teams have decent Roshan lineups. Bloodlust and Beastmaster. And compLexity, I would say, needed a little bit more because...
They're going to smoke on the obs?
They... Likely.
They're going to smoke.
Like it.
Yeah, they're going to smoke right on top of the obs.
No, they have a gem. They have
Okay.
a gem.
Oh, but no!
Oh my goodness. That wasn't like that just popped up into our vision. They had a good like 2 seconds, and now things are a little awkward.
They go for Roshan still. They will stick to their guns.
Looks like they aren't interested in fighting. Era is just going to take down the top tower, but it's going to take him a while to get there. Roshan at half HP.
Yeah, and on bottom lane, Zefreak was actually looking for Yapsil. Yapsil already with Blink Dagger, throws the arrow over, it connects, in comes Keizu with the Sonic Wave, hitting on 3, Hunt is already down, Limp's getting fast up by Roshan, even the armor's turning against him, the Omnisat's going to work Koitva, it's not enough, he bounced too many times into the neck ripple, they don't find that kill, Chessie will burn out, the Ogre's Ignite finds that kill and Zefreak, well it's a high perch. A wonderful place to plant a tombstone. compLexity will lose Roshan. The Lark wasn't even really there at the start, but Koitva didn't have this in his first game of Queen of Pain in this series. A Sonic Wave was really dictates the course of the fight, but that one was perfect. See that again.
How did they... They committed to Roche after seeing the Observer Ward. That is...
I think Swindles is dead too.
That is crazy. Okay, so I don't actually know if they had enough detection.
Okay, so here's the arrow.
We see the blink in, the roar on Hanskin gets blown up, and then the Omni Slash comes out on a Koitva.
The extra bash as well. Like, Limp can't even start the fight.
I don't think they had enough detection to finish him off. Like, Swindles is a little bit too far away, especially with the gem range slightly decreased. Like, he just perched up there. He's like really worried about losing his gem, but they needed him that fight. You go in with the team, you die with the team. And he did not die with the team.
Swindles almost did at the top lane, but he was able to TP out under the cover of a tree line.
That was... I can't believe it. Like, I think in your mind, you're like, okay, they know that we're...
Oh, they're coming. They just over on Era. There's your dive pack. Will break free.
He has Aegis.
He does. So even if they fight this, there's not going to be that big of a gain.
I'm trying to think of what else they could have done in this situation. Like when you see there's a roar, you're all smoke. Like
not smoke, but an Ops Ward.
But after you realize what you've done,
you could bait the Roshan, so you would flank around and come from behind, expecting escape to try and counter your Roshan attack.
They have the Beastmaster though to scout if things are actually going on in the pit.
True.
So, like,
yeah, the bait is hard to snag.
I think it might have been better for them to like run, like bait it, but come up from behind them as opposed to wait near the Ancients. I think that might have been their best play, but that was just way too simple of a maneuver. Oh, let's hope they didn't notice that we smoked 4 heroes disappearing in the minimap.
Yeah, 4 heroes group up, you're already expecting complexity to smoke.
That's honestly what I think they were going for. It's like, whatever, let's do it anyways. Like, whenever you say whatever, that's not a good sign in Dota.
Hero was coming in for a kill on Swindles. Couldn't get the leash off on time, so Swindles blinks away. Limp also on the run. You got another pounce in 1 second time, and will he get one? And he goes for one, and it's going to be Z-Freak to kick away. Spirit will buy some breathing room here, as the rest of Escape will finally catch up to Era's aggressiveness. He really wants something. Like, he's still got this Aegis Immortal for a while.
Who used that smoke? I don't know who it was. I don't think it was Swindles. His inventory was full.
It's a team, man.
It was, but
it's a team game.
Like none of the heroes were attacking the ward before these.
Yeah, they were on top of the ward for a good 3 seconds.
That was game changing.
At that point, you're just like, okay, this is team decision.
No, they only saw it for a second though with the chip. They were there on top of the ward for a few seconds, and then he TP'd it, and then he was in vision of the ward for a second, and then someone attacked it, and then they all smoked, and then just bounced.
Nice Beatles, Swindles, Era, pounce too far away. Again, Swindle's going to blink defensively. Nice Necrobooks get cleaned up on either side.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Alright, so Escape in full control of the map. They don't want to take any risks, remember. There is a lot at stake in the wildcard. Only 2 teams out of the 4 are able to advance themselves forward. So no risk Dota. And you've got a campaign who's got momentum. You got Koifer staring you in the barrel of another big item too. 3.8k gold sitting on Koifer. He's got 15k net worth in the space of 27 minutes.
AC.
Solkuras, you want to go for the S4 build again?
Well, S4 build requires BKB. This game I think you can actually get away without a BKB. And I think the AC is very good versus Juggernaut and the Weaver. Like BKB doesn't I guess you can blink out, but blinked in last time.
Is it worth getting like another disable though?
I don't think they need it. I think they just need to outlast.
So you use something else to trigger the Lincoln Sphere on the Weaver every time? Because that's like where my brain's going.
You just kill everyone else.
Okay, that works.
Screw the Weaver. You kill Earth Spirit, you kill Dazzle, Weaver can't fight 1v4, 1v5. And then, like, you can also just, like, Ignite is okay at popping Lincolns. He didn't max Fire Blast, so Fire Blast is really good at popping the Lincolns now, too. And then you have the Necro Mana Burn. Like, you have a lot of ways to deal with the Weaver and the other heroes, so I'm not particularly concerned about the lack of disable. Not like the other game where he had to go for the Scythe of Ice, but we'll see. 4,200 gold, still considering what to buy. I think Scotty's also okay, but...
Wild Slark is going to appear to be very effective against Hanskin. Shallow Grace to protect himself, but now Moonlight Shadow from Escape, Battle of the Invis. Hanskin actually getting chipped by the Beastmaster Axes. complexity were the ones looking for the kill. They actually had a small opportunity over on Keizu. And that was with Swindles moving forward. If he was in Firefly, he would have had better vision for it. But he sticky napalm, but that revealed the complexity movement into the Radiant Secret Shop area.
Yeah.
Might be hard. And now Era's found another one. Slipping in behind Chessie, sees Limp, and able to get that leash over on Chessie. Time one to break him free of the damage. Syndron in the neighborhood too. They'll get rid of the bugs to start with.
They have to be a little bit careful. No more Aegis on the Slark in. He is holding that prized gem. He is sticking in intreads a lot for some unknown reason. Okay, he's not anymore. I guess maybe trying to be super efficient. He already has Echo Saber. I don't think he has mana issues at this point, but Bloodlusts, I don't actually know if you build that with an Ogre on your team. I guess, or yeah, Echo Saber I guess is already good enough for the mana regen. Even though it's a little bit of overlap with the attack speed, not a big deal. Attack speed is.
Here goes the smoke again. They got a glimpse of the courier moving. Oh, Era. He's going to come in from behind. He breaks the smoke over on Hanskin. Instantly being revealed. The Dire scan up. Almost walking into it was Yapsol, but now they're just caught in no man's land. They want to go back up and they're going to find Era. Remember, as you said, he's got the gem and completely surrounded. And there it is. Big hit from the Juggernaut, hit 521.
With a DD.
With a double damage.
Thanks, Era. He popped the smoke and then
Radiant's bottom tower
He
is under
just like
attack.
stuck behind them, like he wanted to have more information.
I think he didn't expect this observer ward. I think it was slightly outside of the gem vision. So
I actually threw down two. Like I think there was another one sitting on the die side with him, which he got rid of beforehand.
that's a big kill.
And they take away the detection. Got 2 gems now on the side of complexity, but also downtime without the Slark having an impact. It was actually the scythe device from Koifa. Koifa likes to be that one-man army, so if he wants to, he can trigger the Lincolns and then follow up with a scythe.
Very good versus the Juggernaut in particular because of the Mansa countering the Orchid. You mentioned though, I think they should have played.
They're coming in again. The Orchid over on Chessie. Support's going to arrive in case he gets the roar off, but the damage of Koifa so high already. Z-Freak gets hit so hard by the arrow. Yapso wants to go in for a little bit more damage. The Shallow Grave will protect. And the only thing that was really lost here, well, okay, Koifa.
Dire's courier has been killed.
They're just losing heroes left and right. This is not a good time to be just out on your lonesome escape. And like Scythe of Ice, if you had any defensive item there, it would have helped him out a lot more. I think like Queen of Pain already packs a lot of firepower. You just need to be able to survive so that you can do your damage. And he won't have buyback for this fight either.
No, he won't. They have to try and defend. Bloodlust to tower, increase the movement speed of the stationary object. As now, complexity. They just keep feeding into it. Some good negative armor to work with as well. So this mid-rank is going to go down. Yapsol jumps in. He gets rid of the creep wave thanks to that Academ's extra starfall. Arrow flies forward too. Doesn't hit anything apart from the catapult. But Hero hoping for some kind of collateral. The Beastmaster's up in 3. He will not have Roar when he comes back up, but he will have his BTs against the front lines. But the damage is already done. Complexity have bailed out, and this time they do not overextend.
And Roshan is up again. Limp already heading over there. Healing ward has cooled down, and there will be no DD. So fortunate for him this time. Limp actually didn't check. I believe it was a very fast respawn.
Yeah, really quick.
Oh, Chessie's going in there. Oh,
all right.
no. Okay. That could have been a pretty good time for them, especially if a hero like Koifa showed on the top lane.
Well, where are they off to now?
Okay, Z-Freak actually will be the one to check Roach, and now the team has to be considering that
Escaper coming.
They are smoked.
Yep, the 4-man smoke maneuver kicking over. They don't have everyone, however. Yapsol just TP'd himself down at the bottom tower. He does have a fresh Lincoln Sphere on himself for this fight. Yapsol is practically core at this point.
2 big AB just picked up on the side of complexity. One on Fat Rider, one on Weaver.
Beastmaster Hawk is up. They know there's no one here. They put down the obs as... Oh yeah, they started on Roshan. They'll let Error and Koifa just try and beat through him. Here come Complexity. The Swarm is the first thing front. Gonna miss practically everything apart from Mirana, who jumped into it.
More importantly, gives him eyes on Roach so that Swindles doesn't have to do what he did the earlier Roach fight. They need vision inside the pit, and if they don't want to blow Firefly because it's much longer cooldown and much more important.
But look at Escape. They do the wraparound. Under the cover of Moonlight Shadow, the secret wraparound. But you've got the Sentry Wars down, they still have some good vision. Era getting caught. They have enough time. No, they don't. He gets the Shadow down. Even with a Sonic Wave, the damage is down. KZ will hold. 3 heroes gone for Complexity. Swindle doesn't know where to go. Quote is pumping out too much physical damage. And now even Chessie locked. He's leashed. They're going to see him. Koifa has no more extra disables to give to his team. Z-Freak tries to help out his teammate. Chessie on the run. The pound shot. There's your scream. There's your triple kill for Koifa. 4 heroes lost. A Complexity.
Roshan has been their downfall.
This
is it. They locked down the Juggernaut so well that fight, and they killed him before he got his Omni Slash off, and that was just a great wraparound. They also had already set up there. Complexity, they scouted the pit. They had control of that area. They had already won the fight, but there's a high ground ward. It scouts it out. Era checks out these supports. And look at Limp, multicast into a double starfall from Yapsor. Very nice scythe out onto Swindle Melons into a roar, and he will die.
And that is just the fight that Escape looked for.
It all started with the smoking through the Roach, though. Like, yeah, they had to be much more careful about how they secure Roach. They are dying. They have the inherent slight advantage when it comes to taking out Roach, and this may be the last hurrah for Complexity.
I don't think Escape really want to go anywhere near Roshan.
Yeah, this is this one has the cheese too.
compLexity, they have to get in there. They need Roshan to go their way, but Escape will just hover around it. They already did their damage, so after Roshan went, as we're now back live, both the mid and the bottom racks were assaulted. The range racks in the mid was the last thing standing.
And now, Limp going into the pit will get scattered out by the board. He has already at half HP. Medallion on. Bullseye.
They're okay with this though. Like, you've still got Point for a little bit too far away. The Moonlight Shadow's gonna go. Swindle's up on the hillside. They trigger the dust. So they already get the reveal over on YapzOr. So Limp gets the Aegis Immortal. Swindle's still waiting. His Blink Dagger's on cooldown. Now the Roar. They catch Z-Freak at the bottom part of the river. He needs a way out, but he's got no mana. Even with the Bond charge, it's still not enough. The arrows fly through will miss their target. They're blocked in Era, but again, Era able to get to the turn down. Swindle just gone. The Sonic Wave does huge damage. Limp, that cheese will not be enough to save him from this one. He's gone for the count. Chetsy's on the run. Aegis the Immortal only means he can die twice. The TP went out from the Dazzle. He's abandoned his teammate. Chetsy's on the run. Orcus, perfect stun control. Triple kill for Voidfa. Just racking it up. I hope you had a card for him. He's got 11 kills, 1 death, and 7 assists on this beautiful Queen of Pain. And they're coming down the mid lane. They want to end this. They want to go to the winner's bracket.
Man, that Scythe owned the Juggernaut. The Scythe pickup from Koikba. Didn't think it was that great at the time, but after using it in that fight, that was clutch. And Era did a really good job of isolating the Dazzle on the back line so that he could not protect their cores. Like, Juggernaut just got destroyed. I don't know what happened to him.
It was a non-factor.
It was a non-factor. It looked like he was going to be able to do okay amounts of damage, and then he popped cheese and he just died like a second and a half later.
Yep.
Just chewed through that HP pool.
Both the advantages from Roshan just having no extra like positive effect on the compLexity lineup. It just delays the inevitable.
And I guess it helps that Queen of Pain is like 10,000 net worth over the Jug.
That does help. And like you can almost have like a secondary saving mechanism.
Era's already on the back line. He forces Dazzle out of the fight, and he gets his Shadow Dance off. Swindles. BKB is okay, but not when you're talking about the Queen of Pain.
Isn't that like the second time too? Like the fight in the bottom lane, it was Swindles going on Era, and they were like they just couldn't get him. Capable of finding that kill. Swindles just trying to delay again. Era. Oh, there's your blink away. The arrow's coming in from YapzOr. Doesn't hit Swindles, but reveals his position. He's in the trees. There's your Starfall. There's your Roar. The whole game for the position.
Jeez, Roar for good measure. Who cares about axes?
The low cooldown. Case is probably going to be picking himself up refresher anyway, so who cares?
But efficiency to it.
Actually, no, he gets Medallion. They're trying to end. Look at compLexity. They're making a run. Okay, they realize their only way to win this game right now is a straight GG push.
Yeah, you have to back off and defend. It's just much safer to do. When you're in the lead, when you have 5 heroes,
Blink Omni,
and they have 4.
Z-Freak gets the vision. He needs the kick. They don't really have great vision. This is nighttime, however, so they just drop the sentry. Chessy starts over on the towers. Bottom lane's pushed in, like, so it's going to be a matter of time before those megas hit. And Era comes in from behind. He focuses on Hans, and he has to self-grave before this fight begins. You don't have Swindles. The Omni Slash soaked up by Necroforce as well. This is not going to be the dream fight. No, it's not a great point to hit so perfectly. This is over. It's done. It's cooked. compLexity will drop to the lower bracket, and Escape will advance themselves forward to face up in the winner's bracket final. And potentially go straight in the main event of TI, the dream of all the teams here in the wildcard.
That was a really good gamble by compLexity. I think they were hoping that like Escape would fight outside of their T4s, but they waited until they had everyone. They had the Shivas up on the Mirana to get vision of everyone, and very nice Sonic Wave coming out from Koikba to seal the deal.
Yeah, that felt so much better for it too. For the people who go out there with the stats, you just look back and go, okay, Koikba game 1, Koikba game 3.
Or Swindles game 2, Swindles game 3.
Yeah, that actually felt so weird as well. Like it's kind of hard for Swindles, like when you thought, okay.
Is it weird though?
Okay, it's not that weird.